Hey, hi all. Good morning. So
Good morning,
in
Dilip.
morning. So in yesterday's class, we were talking about the tabular reports, the basic type of reports, and we have been doing a practical session on the tabular reports, how to generate this tabular reports, and we were discussing on field filter, cross filter, and row limit filter. So field filter, it is used to filter based on the fields, and cross filter, it is used to filter across the objects, and row limit filter, it is used to filter our report, limiting the number of records to be displayed. So that's the single liner about all these three types of filters. And yes, we have discussed, we have done the report using, so let's go to our org. So we also discussed about report builder and report scheduler, for which we will be having a look. So yes, we have created a couple of reports, account records, first 10 hot trading customers. Okay, so let's go ahead and see this particular report. So these all fields which are displayed, right? These are called the report builder. Okay. So the configuration parameters which we specify, those parameters are together put together, is called the report builder. So in report builder we can build the report, and report scheduler we will have this option called schedule future runs. Okay. So this is one feature which we haven't discussed. So if you click on schedule future runs, we can this report is already saved, so we can do a daily report, weekly reports, or monthly. Daily, we can select whether it's every day or every weekday, like excluding Saturday and Sunday. So we can select that option. If it is weekly, on which day you want to run, you want to run Mondays and Fridays, or you just want to run only Wednesdays. So it's your choice. So you can select, or if you want daily to run, you can select it. You can select even monthly as well, on which day of the month you want this report to be run. So again, we can specify the start and end dates for this report to keep following this particular schedule. So when you click on the save report schedule, that schedule will be saved, and this report keeps running as per the schedule times. So this is about report scheduler, and uh, a little bit on the report builder. So yeah, so report scheduler and report builder we have done. So yesterday we have already did this represent all customers in the grand total. It's a basic tabular report, and hot rating customers we have done it. And this too I have given as as I meant to. Did you get a chance to do this?
Yeah, Dilip.
Okay,
It's easy.
it's easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here it's just the cross filter. Okay,
Yeah.
so accounts with cases, that's the point you will have to note it. So let me go to org again. So here in Lightning also, you just need to add this two tabs, reports and dashboards. It's easy. You just go ahead and add it directly, and you will find this reports here. Okay, so this is how it looks. See, our reports which we have done, it is being displayed. Okay, so here, so the assignment, as it says, you just create one report, go to new report, and tabular report to represent customers inside a table who raised cases. Okay, so I'm just going with all and with accounts again and click on start report. See here, it's a different look, right? Look, so you can see all the fields, and here you have the filters. If you want, you just need the cross filter. Okay, so I want a cross filter for my accounts. Before I need to edit what all columns I need here. So you can just drag and drop or remove them. And then cross filter, what it says, you just need to add. Um, so if you say account name equals, right? So account, so based on our requirement, we can use this cross filter. So accounts with cases is the one which we have to do. And this one is like row limit plus the uh, ascending order. Okay, sorry, descending order. Because we need highest three or annual revenue customers to be displayed in our report. So it's an easy task. Okay, so if somebody of you have not done it, if you still have doubts, probably we will do this particular thing in our session. Okay, so let's get, or else let's go ahead and do this particular. This I'm hoping it's easy. So let's go configure a tabular report to represent top three highest annual revenue customer records. So first, let us just go to, let's say accounts. So we are on accounts. So all accounts, and I want this annual revenue to be displayed. So yes, it is here. So we just need first three uh, accounts whose annual revenue represent top three highest annual revenue customer records. So, okay. So if I say this is the highest one. So these three records should be displayed in our report. Okay, let's go to report and create a new report. I'm selecting accounts and start report. So what are fields you need, you can keep it. What are fields you don't need, you can remove them. So I just need account name, billing. I don't need this. I don't need type. Okay, so what I need is annual revenue. Okay. You can either drag and drop or select them from here and it will be coming here. Okay. Annual revenue and then, okay, yesterday I have given a task to you. Did you get a chance to look at it? So is the row limit filter available on Lightning?
Yes,
No.
Dilip.
Two different answers. Who is yes, who is no, and why? And why?
When I worked yesterday, it wasn't showing there.
It wasn't
And I worked
showing.
in Classic.
Okay. And Charan, you got yes.
I mean, I opened in the filter. It showed as, I mean, it has like field, cross, and row, but I didn't use it actually. I just saw it.
See, this is Lightning. Okay. Here,
Yeah,
if you
there.
see,
Yeah, I I saw
here,
all the three filters. Yeah.
right, but this is disabled, right? If you see, it's not
Okay, 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 okay.
okay. So if I
Okay.
need this, usually I have to go to Classic. Okay. So just check it again, Google, and come back with exact solid answer. Okay, whether it's
Yeah,
there or not.
yeah.
Okay. So for now, till you get the answer, I'm going to Classic and doing it. See, actually, I have information like it was not there till 6 months back. Okay. So I was not aware like recently whether they have added it or not. But that's again, we just can find it out. Here, we'll be making use of two different things. Rating equals to hot, and I'm also putting row limit filter. Okay. 1 second. I can use only one of them. So what I'll do is see row limit filter we have to add, and we need only 3 rows to be displayed based on sorting of rating in the descending order. Descending order because we need the highest, sorry, it's annual revenue, right? First, we have to add it here. So now you can see that report, which is having the highest annual revenue, top 3 highest annual revenue customers. whose rating is hot. So this is the report which we are looking for. So you can run the report and save it. Uh, Hot rating, top annual revenue customers. I'm just naming whatever way I wish to, but you can name based on your requirements. It's on the folder. I think it's on my personal custom reports. Okay. Right. So this is how we do that particular assignment. Top three highest annual revenue customers. So we will have to use the row limit filter, for which I did this assignment on the classic. The task for you is to find out whether we have the row limit filter on the lightning experience or not currently. And okay, so let's proceed to the next type of report, that is summary reports. Okay. Yeah. So summary means what? Summary means mm, a gist, or it's a you know when we have a big lesson, we have a summary at the end, right? So it gives that few 3 to 4 bullet points which the complete lesson covers. So that's called summary, right? So summary reports will be like it's a grouping of data together in different um, places based on certain criteria. So summary reports will allow us to represent the records inside the report by grouping based on one or more fields. So we can group the data together in based on one or more fields. So summary reports allows row level grouping on the record, and summary reports data we can represent in chat components. So here chat components was not possible on our tabular reports. Here on summary reports we can make use of chat components, and we can apply maximum of 3 levels of grouping inside the report. So what is this 3 levels of grouping? Yes, we are going to do a demo of uh, the summary report. So summary report, usually it's like uh, grouping type of report, which is based on some certain filter conditions. Okay. And this grouping, we can do it only up to 3 levels, not more than 3 levels of grouping. Okay. So this here we have an assignment, let's say. Okay. So create a summary report to represent all account records inside the report, grouping the data based on rating field. So there were multiple criteria given on our report. Okay. So represent the data in the chat component, schedule the report to be run on every week, Saturday. Okay. Divide the customers as either basic or prime based on the annual revenue as below, using the bucket fields. Annual revenue greater than 75 lakhs and less than or equals to 75 lakhs. Okay. So this is a summary report, which is based on grouping the data based on the rating field, right? And we are also going to create a bucket field for making the customers as prime customer and basic customer. Are you all with me?
Yeah, Dilip.
Yes,
Okay.
Dilip.
Okay. So let's go to the org. Okay. Go to the reports, and here you have all the reports which you have created. So go ahead and click on new report. So our test is on the account records again. So I'm selecting account and then click on start report. Right. So here again, the same scenario. So whatever fields we need, we will have to keep it. Others we will be removing. Just remember, whatever the fields which we are putting in the report, those fields are only visible on your filters. So on the filters, you will not see all the fields. You will only see the fields which you put on the report. So if you need some criteria on rating field, you will need to have the rating field available on the report. Okay. So I'm adding rating, annual revenue. Okay. Rating and annual revenue. And what else we need? Okay. So first thing, we are going to create a summary type of report based on the rating field. So summary report is nothing but just it's a type of report where we are grouping the fields based on certain criteria. So we cannot we'll have group. It's not just like being a simple tabular report with rows and columns. It's going to have multiple criteria within. Okay. Okay. So this is our account name, rating, last modified, and annual revenue. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, see here we have something called groups and columns. So whatever columns we want, we can select them and this will be displayed here. And groups is nothing but how we are going to group the data. So for us now it's like rating. Rating is the field by which we are going to group the data. So if you select that grouping, so you can see the report, right? So hot rating, we have like 6 custom accounts which are displayed here. Warm rating, we have 4 accounts and total 10 accounts. So hot, warm, we don't have any cold rating customers. Yeah, this is how it displays by making use of the grouping. So group rows, we can group it. Again, here you will have to group based on the fields which are available in our report, which we want them in our report. So now comes concept so now we will have to do a grouping based on a criteria which is not available in our uh, account object. So say in account object, we can have multiple fields, right? So now I want to group the customers based on their annual revenue. If their annual revenue is greater than or a criteria greater than or equal to greater than 50 lakhs, I'm going to make them as prime customers. Less than or equal to 50 lakhs, I'm marking them as basic customers. So uh, customer type is the field which we want, but actually in our account object we don't have this particular field. So here the report is going to give us a flexibility of creating a column for our report which is actually not available field on the object. Okay. So that is called a bucket field. So here, if you go to column, we have bucket column, right? So we can add a bucket column. So this column is a column which is created for the report, but it's actually not a field available on the object. Click on add bucket column. Okay. So you have to select which field you need to do the bucket column. So we need the criteria based on annual revenue, right? So I'm selecting annual revenue and bucket column name. I told customer type. You can give the name, whatever name you want. So that will be displayed on the report as a column. And here, so enter the value. So less than or equal to, we'll say 30 lakhs because I'm not sure how many customers we have. So less than or equal to 30 lakhs. So we are going to mark them as basic. So customer type is basic. Greater than 30 lakhs, we are going to mark them as prime customers. So this is actually a grouping which we are doing, making use of the column called bucket column. This is just available only on our report. It's not a field available on the object. It's just a bucket column available on the report. So we can create a bucket column and click on apply, and you can see the bucket column here. Okay. So in the hot rating, we have few of them as prime customers and one is the basic customer. And in the warm rating, we have two primes and two basic. Okay. So again, so there arises a question, can't we group based on the bucket column? Yes, we can group. So go ahead and use customer type. See, this is our actual account field, but this is our bucket field. So we can select the bucket field, and yes, it's grouped based on our bucket field. So first, so we were saying for summary reports, right? We were saying uh, up to three levels, we can do the three levels of grouping inside the report. We can do, but this is the three levels. Okay, so we are going two levels here now. So hot rating customers, we have six, and in the hot rating six customers, we have basic one and prime five customers, right? So this is the level, two levels we are going. One more level also we can go based on our requirement. So maximum of three levels of grouping we can do based on our summary report. So yes, this is all about summary report. And coming to our assignment. So we did the report and based on rating field, and we made the prime and basic customers. So now represent the report in the chat component. So we were not doing the chat components previously because tabular reports doesn't support chat components. So let's go to org. So here, if you see, there is something called add chart, right? So you can click on that. And after creating the report, this button will appear. Before creating, this button will not be there here. But after creating report, it will appear. If you create a tabular report, this button won't appear here. Okay. So because tabular reports won't support chart components, click on add chart. So by default, it is taking horizontal bar charts. Okay. So you can go ahead. So hot and warm customers, you can go ahead and click on the chart properties. So here we have all different types of chart components. So we can make use of any of those chart components. If you want a bar chart, it will by default, it will show bar chart. You can go for columns. You can go for stacked bar. Okay. And you can go for stacked column. You can go for line charts. You can go for donut charts. Funnel and scatter. Okay. And here are a few settings which you can have a look at. Okay. Show the values. You can click on this and it will show the even the values as well. And you can click on show percentages. It will show display the percentages here. And you can change the colors. Default, it was given default palette. Grayscale, there is another color settings. For donut chat, colors safe, we have different colors here. So we can select them and the color appears. So I'm going for, let's say, columns, stacked bar chart, let's say. Okay. So here, if you take, so based on the type of charts we are selecting, the even the color also appears, color settings. So I saw a couple of color settings on vertical bar chart. See this vertical bar chart, if you select, so I have option to select what color I want also. Okay, yellow, green, and yes, you can select and do a refresh. Yes, it is there. Okay, so this is how you do the settings on the chat components, and you can have all this. Just go ahead and play around all the options available on the chat components and do different types of reports so that it will be, easy for you to understand things. Okay, so here if you see, there is something called row counts. So here we have the row counts. So if we do not want the row counts to be displayed, you can unselect this and the row counts are not displayed. Detail rows. So if you don't want the row details to be displayed, you can unselect this and you can see details are not displayed, only the column types. So if you do not want, we have something called subtotal. If you do not want the subtotal, you can select do not want the subtotal and it's it's gone. Okay, grand total. So even this column also, if you do not want, you just select this. But for a detailed and clear appearance, I am going for all these options, enabling all these options because it looks good when we have all this enabled. So based on your requirement, the business requirement, we can select the type and then display and then run it. Okay. So shall we go for stacked bar? Okay. So here, if you see hot rating basic, hot rating prime customers. Here, if you see warm rating basic customers and warm rating prime customers. So that's the reason I just went for stacked because it will show both of our criteria, the two levels of grouping which we have done for our summary report. Okay. So now run this report and this is how it looks like your report. Okay. You can save the report. So the report name is summary demo. Okay. Give description if you want. Save. Okay. So now your report has been saved and see, previously we just have only save button, right? Now we have multiple things here. If you notice, okay. So now coming to our requirement or assignment. So we have done the chat component now. So next one is we have divided the customers as basic and prime based on the annual revenue. That is also done. Only part of our task left is to schedule this report. Okay. So I want this report to be run at every Saturday, 7 a.m. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that, scheduling this particular report. So here, so as we were discussing, there are two different things. One is report builder, the configuration parameters which we are specifying, that's the report builder, and report scheduler, the scheduling information where we are specifying, that's the report scheduler. Okay. So in classic, you can see it as, you can select the report schedule. But in Lightning, if you see, you don't find anything like schedule. It's this option called subscribe. Subscribe means it's the scheduling option. Okay, so click on subscribe. Now comes our requirement. So, do you want to run it as daily at what time? If you want to run it daily, you can run and you need to mention the time. If you want to run it weekly, every Sunday and Wednesday, yes, we can do that. Okay. And then we will have to specify time also. If you want to run every just Wednesday, yes, we can do that. If you want to run monthly, so based on again, relative or specific day of the month, or it's like first Sunday, first Monday, so relatively. So it depends on. So whatever the criteria we want to give based on your business requirements, we can specify the criteria. So now as part of our assignment, so it's weekly because every Saturday we want to run it. So I'm clicking on weekly and it's only Saturday. So yes, I'm selecting Saturday, not Wednesday, only Saturday. And I want to run at 7 a.m. Okay. Right. So here we have options even to specify the email recipients, right? So we can do that. Of course, this is not much important. If your manager asks you to send a report every Friday at 4 o'clock, you can do that. Attach the file and send it to him. So here we are not going to make use of this for now. Let's click on save. And yes, your report is saved now. So which will be running every Saturday 7 a.m. So here we have created these many reports, summary demo, hot top, annual revenue, hot rating customers, annual list, account list, and account records, first 10 records. Okay. So by seeing these reports, can you say all this, any one of these are scheduled or not? Yes, here if you see subscribed, it's only ticked for the summary demo report, right? So others it's not ticked. That means other reports are not scheduled, only the summary demo report is scheduled. So it means subscribed. So this is the report which is scheduled. Okay. So yes, let's come to our notes. Okay, so yes, this we were discussing these four types of reports in our reports and dashboards concept. So of which four types, okay. So tabular, metric, summary, joint, and matrix. So we have done with tabular reports. It's just basic reports, which is consisting of rows and columns along with the grand total. Okay. And for tabular reports, we have the, again, for all these types of reports, we have this filters, field filter, cross filter, and row limit filter. So we can apply these filters based on our requirement. And yes, summary reports is, it's a type of report for grouping the data based on certain criteria. So chat components are possible for summary, but not for tabular reports. And how, why chat component? See, you need to do some kind of, see, sometimes we get a task that salespeople needs a report on every Monday because they need to give a presentation on the sales for the previous week. So in that case, we can create a report for them and we can create some chat components for them and then we can give it to them. Based on that chat components, they can clearly understand what went well and what did not go well. And based on that, they can take some actions for the current week. So this is how it works in the real time for the summary reports. So summary reports are like very useful for grouping the data. So chart components are applicable for summary and we can group the data up to 3 levels of grouping. So in our demo of putting the account records together, we have done 2 levels of grouping. So, right. So this is all about summary reports. in our reports and dashboards concept. Okay, so let's go to our org again. Okay, so here if you see, so if I go to my hot top annual revenue customers, so if I need to run is in future runs, schedule future runs. Okay, so here the option is schedule, but in Lightning it's called subscribe. Okay, so this one I want to run monthly and on day one of every month, or I can specify uh, on day one of every month or on day 20 of every month, anything like that, or I just want to specify it on first Sunday of every month, and I am giving the dates starting from 26th, sorry, this month to this year end till December. Okay, and save, click on save report schedule. Invalid data, review all error messages below. Okay, there is some error. Save report modifications with the schedule. Please select a preferred time. Okay, so we didn't select the, okay, we have to select this time. So let's say 10 a.m. and save report schedule. Okay, it is saved. Okay, so in our like classic, it's just the option called schedule future run. So report scheduler. When we go to our lightning experience, there is an option called subscribe. So that's the option which says it is the used for report scheduling. So go to our reports and let's say hot rating customers. And I want to go and edit this because I want this report to be run every month. So go ahead and click on subscribe and give whenever you want it to be run, like monthly, specific. I'll go with relative first, yeah, first Monday at 9 a.m. would be fine. And then click on save. So we have subscribed this particular report. Okay. So this is how we do scheduling of reports uh, in Classic and in the Lightning experience. So yes. So this is all about tabular reports and summary reports, report builder, report scheduler, and the three types of filters, field, cross, and row limit filters on these two types of reports, tabular and summary. So we will talk about joint and matrix reports in our next class, and so that will be the closing session for the reports topic. Okay, so then we can go ahead with the security concepts. Right. So this is all about today's class. If you haven't done the previous assignments, please go ahead and do, and also do the practice for the assignment which we have done in the class today for the summary report. Please go ahead and do this because this has multiple things in it. Report scheduler, okay. Report builder, yes. And we have chart components, yes. We have bucket fields, yes. And summary report, the basic thing. So many things in this particular assignment. So go ahead and practice this. And if you come across any doubts, you can we can have it discussed in the next class. You can raise it to me. Yeah, that is all for today's class. Thank you so much. Have a good day.